Oh.
Yeah.
Now we're live.
Well, that's cold. That makes me sad.
Right? I forgot there's a button on here. I was like, why isn't there not going on? Now you're live.
All right. Well, now that you guys are all actually here in attendance, I've opened a couple packs. Let me just backtrack a little bit and show you the rares. We have Double Vision, which is a nice little 5-drop enchantment that lets me copy the first instant or sorcery spell caused this turn. We also have Gadek the Crown Surge, my first legendary so far, also red. So he's flying and he can attack unless you control 4 more artifacts, but whenever at your end step a creature dies, that's non-token, you get a treasure.
I wanted a Boros Angel. Or Boros Angel Sword. Yeah, so cool.
Alright. We got some vines. Rousing Reed. Wishcoin Crab, a nice little defender for them standards. Alright, we got some more little vanilla creatures. Makeshift Battalion makes its return. Walking Corpse.
That's not a cheap card.
Psy Scanner.
So do you think I got pretty good value? Okay.
Rise Again.
Here, let's go through.
Twin Blade Assassins. Alright, this is one of the newer ones. At the beginning of your end step, if a creature died this turn, draw a card. A nice little Golgari 5-drop.
Because I'm actually taking
Sanctum of Calm Waters. This is the Shrines. The Shrines actually are making their comeback from Kamigawa, so it has been a while since we've seen these cards. Alright, we got some ghouls, some more zombies. This one's a zombie vampire, so it can go in either of those tribals. We have Teferi's Ageless Insight as the rare for this. Let's see here. If you would draw a card except for the first one in each of your draw steps, draw 2 instead. So that's an interesting. Oh, and we have our first alternate art basic lands. Now these are nice and interesting because as you can see the frame is different and also there's a nice little swirl surrounding the mana symbol that this generates. So keep that to the side. Now, since you guys didn't hear me before, we just received this not too long ago, so for any of you guys wanting to get your hands on Core 21, be it a pre-release kit, a booster box, or even some other products, as we have had numerous things, we still have Ikora, and we are willing to cater to your needs. Just give us a call, let us know what you want, and we can have it ready at the door for when you arrive. Alright, so we got more dinosaurs. We got a Protege. Scourge Dragonfire, nice little removal spell for red. Valorous Steed is a 3/3 that makes a 2/2, and they both have Vigilance, so that's 5 power on 2 creatures, not bad. Wall of Runes. Sure Strike. Defiant Strike. Short Sword. Masked Blackguard. Nice little flash creature. Titanic Growth. Nice little green trick there. Shipwreck Drowser. Trader's Greed.
Carbon Scales.
Bad Deal.
Oh, cool. Nice.
And the rare for this pack is 9 lives. 1 and 2 white for an enchantment. It is hexproof. If a sorcerer would deal damage to you, prevent that damage and put an incarnation counter on 9 lives. When it reaches 9 or more counters on it, exile it. And when it leaves, you automatically lose the game. So if you combine this with Solemnity, especially for commander decks, you got some fun times ahead. But you will not be liked by at least your commander group. Well, then again, they'll probably just break it with enchantments. But hey!
Oh my gosh, I can sleeve these up and I can play with the boys.
Gale Swooper.
I'll just have to tell
Set us in training.
But I also have over 4
Scorch Dragonfire. Frantic Inventory. Life Goes On. Rambunctious Mutt. Wall of Ruins. Frost Breath. Fetid Imp. Track Down. Basari's Solarity.
Actually, I might do
Waker of Waves. Nether Shrine, this time in black. Sanctum of Stone Fangs.
So the portrait, of course.
And a good reprint here. We have Ruined Halo. Little 2 white enchantment. When it enters the battlefield, choose a card name and you have protection from that card.
That's a rough.
Tired of any people's shenanigans, whether it be in Commander or nice little kitchen table game? You can always just tell them no as long as you have the Ruined Halo.
That's a great card, not super cheap either.
Alright.
Signets are a couple bucks each.
Ooh,
Usually.
Goblin Wizard. Check out that.
That
Get
bitch.
a
That's just a
face right
Maybe what I
there.
can do
Little
is
Prouse
use,
dude.
the
We got Sabertooth Mauler.
that's the
Oh, hey, we
Sagat,
got
right?
one of the alternate bordered
Yeah.
cards. Ever since Throne of Eldraine, this has been a nice little kick that they've done.
Evolving Wilds. I love the
And in this case, it is a alternate border of Liliana Stewart.
Yeah, those are not super expensive, but they're like
Another Spellgorger Weird.
You gotta buy it. Oh, that's a cool deck.
Ran afoul.
Yeah, the proliferating on her. is
Spine
just
Megalodon.
control.
Dude, that's sick. So are we
Alpine
gonna get-
Watchdog.
I'm gonna get a box and 2
Dub.
pre-releases.
You signed up for 2?
For pre-release.
Sanguine Indulgence.
I'll buy one.
Yeah. No, we because I'm gonna play it.
Cage Zombie.
Like,
Prismite.
I'm gonna buy the Aquaria for the boys,
Selfless Savior.
Okay.
so that way he can sell.
Riddle
The
Form.
other
Yeah.
ones? Okay. How much is he selling them for?
Sanctum of Stone
As
Fangs.
usual. But hold on, let's see how many.
And Speaker of the Heavens, a 1-drop human cleric with Vigilance and Lifelink. Tap him to create a 4/4 angel token with flying. But you may only activate this ability if you have at least 7 or more life
Does he
in your
need to-
7 more
Only
life
sell
than
me
your
one?
starting total,
I
and
can
only at sorcery
You
speed.
need me to only buy one.
No, we should have 2.
All right, no mythics yet.
4, 5. Where's that?
All right, we got a Drowsing Pteranodon, Scorching Dragonfire, Hunting Edge, Destructive Tampering, Rookie Master, Fear of the Bitten, Alpine Watchdog, Blood Glutton, Thrill of Possibility, Mind Rot, Warden of the Woods, and the Red Shrine, Sanctum of Shattered Heights. Angelic Ascension, and Temple of Triumph, one of the Scry lands. Alright, so far, not bad, but I have not gotten any foils or any of my mythics. So, let's hope we get that Massacre Worm. That is the card that I desire most from this set. But let us know what you all want from this set. Is there any Planeswalker? Do you also want Massacre Worm, as I do?
You know what I mean? So.
Or do you just want to get your hands on these cards? If so,
Buy my stuff.
please call us. Let us know of your desires, and we will fulfill them.
Okay.
Boxes.
And I'll buy one of those in a box then. Okay.
So yeah, so I grabbed my
Boxes
2
are
and then
available
3,
as our pre-release kits.
and
Just
then
give us a
3 Aquaria.
buzz.
So
Ask about them. We'll tell you the pricing. Crypt in the Dark Area.
yeah.
And
then
we
I
will
got
keep
my
you guys
chakra,
all
and then the box
informed.
is on you guys, right? Yes.
Yes.
And then
Ooh,
I
we have
paid
another
for my
alternate
letters.
frame card with
Okay.
Chandra's Pyroling.
Dude, I want to go through this.
This is an elemental lizard that whenever a source control deals non-combat damage to an opponent, it gets +1, +0, and double strike.
Hold on, let me get to your shit too.
Skyway Sniper. Oh, and while this isn't Massacre Worm, this is a great reprint. This is Heroic Intervention from Kaladesh.
You got all 4?
And this
You
is
need those. You get a
a
relic
instant
point out
that
whenever you buy
permanents
something,
you
that's a
control
buybox.
gain hexproof and
That
indestructible
is-
counter. I actually do
no,
not have
these
this
are
card, so that's a welcome
These are
addition.
promotions. Like anytime you buy any magic stuff, you get this. Anytime you buy a box, you get this. This is ongoing promotion for legendary. Yeah.
Okay, what's this one?
That's the buy a box promo for this.
This. Oh wow. Cool. Alright.
And then did you
So
get your
this,
jumpstart pack?
No.
Okay. And then there's that.
All right, another Spire Spinner, Acolyte,
How much are they?
125.
120.
Burn Bright.
110 for the box?
No, for you 125.
Defiant Strike,
Yeah,
We'll have
you-
you down for the pre-order.
Opt.
Yeah, you were on the list for pre-order.
because now Opt will always be in standard. Life goes on.
6. Here's 140.
Hilarious Steed,
Alright, I'll get your change.
Crypt Lurker,
Like this is seriously like.
Titanic Growth,
Like part of me regrets it. And
Soul Seer,
No, I mean, you're gonna have fun.
Indulgent
I mean, there's
Partition,
a lot of really cool
Patrician.
rare cards. Look at how much cool stuff.
Sanctum of Shattered Heights,
You know what I mean?
and the rare of this is Transmogrify. It is a 4-drop sorcery where you exile the creature. That creature's controller reveals the top card of the library to the reveal pitch card and put onto the battlefield. So that is actually a very good rare. Oh, and I have my first Royal Foil Rare out of the pack. It is Temple of Malady. So it is the green-black Scry lands. And I also got the alternate art-based land. In this case, it is the Forest.
Just trying to make this work.
See if I get it to Barry. I'll
But
let you
then,
guys know.
if you want more release kit, you could get more than 2.
Okay, but I mean, if you get one in, chances are I'll come in and buy another one. You know what I mean? So,
Okay.
but you know, obviously, I know you're allocating finances for Jumpstart.
Yeah.
All right, we got the Magmuts.
So that's why you put down
just
one.
one box.
Really, actually, a fan of these
$300
alternate
to buy one.
frames because it adds a little bit of flair to it. This is a 2/2 that taps to deal 1 damage to our player
Spend
planeswalker.
it on VIP if we were to pack
Gnarled
that out.
Sage,
Oh, me?
Daybreak
No, you
Charger,
get more cards if you buy the regular box.
Yeah.
Crash Through,
Me VIP. If I was HBO
Lofty
rich,
Denial,
but I'm not. You know what I mean?
Not
Boarded
yet.
Battlement,
Dude, so I have to write
Revitalize,
a biography because I'm going to be going up.
Village
on
Rites,
the website, so yeah, so I've got that to prepare for.
Truffle Snouts,
People are coming in to buy boxes and stuff.
Indulgent Patrician,
Okay, good. So,
They were gonna be
Invigorating
in
Surge,
yeah,
Riddle Form,
I was just playing some.
and the rare is Feline Sovereign. Other cats you control get +1/+1 and have protection from dogs. And whenever a cat you control deals combat damage to a player, destroy up to 1 target artifact or enchantment that player controls. Sounds like the cats that my mom recently got. Oh, and we have our next foil rare. In this case, it is Shacklegeist. This is a 2-drop flyer spirit, and it can only be blocked by creatures with flying, and you tap 2 and tap spirits you control to tap a creature you do not control.
Is one, right? And then I pick
So still no mythics,
25, right?
and we're about a third of the way through the box.
Oh
So
yeah, dude, I got
let's
things
hope
too,
that
and
this
I-
guy gets some mythics.
Who was the mythic tutor?
So Crash Through,
Like when those first
Hunter's
the
Edge,
base ones,
Gale
like,
Swoop,
the value is like way more than what they were initially.
Goblin Wizardry,
That's cool.
So yeah, so
Ignis
what I'm
Kerr.
gonna do is I'm gonna, so I got the Aquaria for the boys, and then I'll
Feet of
make a deck out of
Resistance.
this, or,
Frantic Inventory,
I don't know.
So you
Thrill
guys
of
are
Possibility,
draft tonight.
Mind Rot,
Russ's kids?
Oh, yeah.
Truffle Snout,
Oh, that's really cool. You're doing that.
Meteorite,
Some time to like
Furious Rise,
unwind and not have to,
Archfiend Vessel,
Deal with it.
and we have our first alternate framing rare
Ooh.
with Teferi's Ageless Insight.
Alright guys.
Sarah.
Oh. Make that 145.
Okay.
Awesome, guys. Well, I'll go to you.
All right.
Thank you, man.
Yeah.
You know, any news or you need anything, let me know. I'm just
So-
doing my thing.
Just masters, right? No collectors, no nothing else.
Yeah, just a one double massive regular box.
All right, so we have Shock,
Okay, if you don't.
we have Citizen Training, we have Teferi's
Let me know what your
Prodige,
first
we
one is.
have Pitchburn Devils,
I'll probably buy a box set. If it's around 100.
we have Anointed Moisture, we have Karen
Guys sell
Guildmaster,
two booster boxes?
Radiant Fountain,
Figures look good. That's good.
Fetid Imp,
Cool, man.
Minstrel Singer, Tempered Veteran, Angelic Ascension, Canopy Stalker. Oh! Okay, I got a full frame Solemn Simulacrum. So that is a great little find there. This is a card that I do have copies of, but now I got this one too. So that's a great find in this box. And I also got the Sanctum of All, the Shrine of Shrines. This is a Wooburg at the beginning of your upkeep. You may search your graveyard or your library for a shrine card and put it onto the battlefield. If you search your library this way, shuffle it. An ability that causes a shrine to trigger it gets triggered additional time if you have 6 or more shrines. So far this box turned out good. I really like Solemn Simulacrum. We still haven't pulled a Mythic though, so let's see if I can get the card I seek. Another good card that of course would be a great card to add to my collection would be the Tutor. Because any card that lets you search your library for a very low cost is always a great boon to have. And while I'm not sure about the play it will see in the various formats, I am assured that it will be an interesting event nonetheless. Which is Cauldron, Watcher of the Spheres, Prolific Scythe, that's an interesting little equipment, and Demonic Embrace, a 3-drop enchantment. Enchanted creature has +3/+1, and it's demon in addition to its other types. You may cast Demonic Embrace from your graveyard by paying 3 life and discarding a card in addition to its other costs. And I got an alternate art basic land Swamp.
Sure, right?
Yep.
Got it.
Feel free to give us a buzz. We are selling all these goodies.
Sweet. This one is like, I'm so happy. I found out that was like a box top around there.
Roaming,
Yes!
Tome
like-
Anima, Radiant Fountain,
I'm making a
Rambunctious Mutt,
commander deck, and that's the commander.
Cancel.
So I was like, man, I'm gonna have to go
Fidolin
like,
Anarchist?
find it, and then it's like the box top around like,
Sanguine Indulgence,
perfect.
Exactly.
That's so
Twin Blade
awesome.
Assassins,
Awesome.
with the Selfless Savior,
Yeah, you're welcome.
Burlfist Oak. And the rare for this pack is Sublime Epiphany, a 6-drop instant where you get to choose one or more. You get to counter a spell, counter target activator triggered ability, return a target non-land permanent to its owner's hand, create a token that's a copy of target creature you control, or target player draws a card. So while it is 6 mana, you have a lot of options to choose from.
Do you have, can the Jumpstart boosters be purchased yet?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, there's for somebody bought probably right now.
Okay, cool.
Yep, go on.
Alright, still no mythics, but I ain't give up hope. They at least have to give me a few. Turret Ogre. Kind of cool, actually. Wizards, you can take that idea for free. I want a Turtle Ogre. Feat of Resistance. Read the Tides. Sure Strike. Concordia Pegasus. Oop, Turn to Slag makes its reappearance. Duress. Forgotten Sentinel. Soul Seer, some more burn for burn. Sanctum of Calm Waters. We got another Scythe. And this is actually a card I've been kind of casually hoping to get, so I was kind of happy to get this guy. Fitro, Thorn of the Dusk Rose. He will go into my Vampire Commander deck. And we got another alternate art basic land, this time being the island. So I believe all we need at this point is... I actually think we might actually have a full suite of these things now. So
It's a little off.
yeah.
We're not seeing the cards, Coleman.
You can accuse me all you want for not seeing the cards. I'm only as good as the camera crew. Alright. So let's see here. Tug that back a little bit.
There you go.
So we got Gale Swooper. We got a Citizen Training. Let's pay no attention to the bulk piling up in the back. We got a Scorching Dragonfire.
Turn it. It's upside down. There you go.
Alright.
There it is.
We got it Ordinary Dilphosaur. Wall of Ruins. Ignis Cur. Secure the Waste. Secure the scene. My apologies on that typo. We got a Fiend Imp. Teddy. Short Sword. Crypt Lurker. Oh, I haven't seen this girl in a while. We got the Tavern Swindler, otherwise I call Female Gambit. Havoc Jester. Waker of Waves. And the rare for this is the Hooded Blight Fang. So Death Touch for 2 and a black, 1/4 Death Touch. Whenever a creature you control with Death Touch attacks, each opponent loses life and you gain a life. Whenever a creature you control with Death Touch deals damage to a Planeswalker, destroy that Planeswalker. Oh, that's going to make some interesting waves, I hope. Alright, after this pack, I'm going to start going a little bit faster, skipping most of the commons. Goblin Wizardry. Drowsing Pteranodon. Finishing Blow. Another Sure Strike. Feat of Resistance. A nice little card there for some protection. Tome Anima. Frost Breath. Masked Blackguard. Wildwood Scourge, another Hydra. Aven Gagglemaster. Reign of Revelation. And the rare for this pack is a Spore Web Weaver with Reach Hexproof from blue, and whenever it is dealt damage, you create a gain 1 life and create a spider. Alright, so now that I'm at the halfway point of this box, I'm going to go speed through the commons real quick, and then we shall get to the uncommons. So we have Daybreak Charger, Goblin Arsonist, Gnarled Sage, Revitalized, Library Lassonist, Infernal Scarring, Concording Pegasus, Gloam Sour, Forgotten Sentinel, Duress. Alright. So we have Liliana's Devotee, a Pestilent Haze, a Seasoned Hallowblade, and the rare is a Land Animal Sanctuary, where you get a colorless, and you can pay 2 and tap it to put a counter on target Bird, cat, dog, goat, or ox. Or snake. So there's got to get left too. Alright, still no mythics, but we're only halfway through the box. So we got Scorching Dragonfire, Hunter's Edge, Destructive Tampering, Alpine Watchdog, Frantic Inventory, Life Goes On, Rambunctious Mutt, Blood Glutton, Track Down, Thrashing Brontodon, Pestilent Haze, Fierce Empath, always a good card. It helps you search up your beefy boys. And we finally got our first mythic. It is Elder Gargaroth, which is a beast, a 6/6 beast for 5. Vigilance, Reach, and Trample. Whenever it attacks or blocks, choose one. You can create a 3/3 beast, gain 3 life, or draw a card. That is actually quite a good little choice of options. It's not my Massacre Worm, but I will take any card I can get my hands on. Alright, so we have Grasp of Darkness, Bone Pit Brute, Hunter's Edge, Cancel, Legion's Judgment, Concordia Pegasus, Capture Sphere, Village Rites, Thrill of Possibility, Blood Glutton, Burn Night Wingmare for that fly cancels. We got a Kinetic Augur. We got the White Shrine, Sanctum of Tranquil Light. And we got the second mythic, Fiery Emancipation. Fire Emancipation is a 6-drop enchantment. If a source you control would deal damage to a permanent or player, it deals triple that damage to that permanent or player instead. So if you really want your friends to burn, you gotta pay for it. But that will turn a lightning bolt into a insta kill for just about anything, except pretty much the Eldrazi's. All right, we got a vanilla alternate frame. We got Garruk's Gorehorn, Grasp of Darkness, Destructive Tampering, Sabertooth Mauler, Warded Battlements, Read the Tides, Pharaoh of the Bitten, Village Rites, Track Down, Enthralling Hold, Silvermote Ghoul, Unsubstantiate, and our rare for this is Primal Might. And this is a sorcery with green and X. Target creature you control gets +X/+X until end of turn. Then it fights up to one target creature you don't control. So, a little way to beef up and then throw down. Alright. Now to all of you lovely people of the internet, we would love to see your happy faces. So please, if you are interested in anything that this store can provide, give us a call. And if we don't have it, we will try our best to get a hold of it for you. Give us a buzz, tell us what you want, and we will do our best to get it into your hands. You then just come by with a mask on, give us your name, pay for your order, and you get all the goodies that you asked for, that we can provide. Yeah. So we have for our rare for this pack, we have Karvak the Spiteful. He is a 4-drop 3/2, and other creatures get -1/-1. Legendary Wizard in black. And we have a foil alternate art to Taveri's Protege, so that's a nice little shiny bubble. Alright, so far 2 mythics, so I at least get 1 more in this box. Let's hope it's a Massacre Worm. Alright, we have Roaming Ghostlight, Chandra's Magmut, Ranger's Guile, Warded Battlement, Rookie Mistake, Ignis Cur, Revitalize, Track Down, Duress, Forgotten Sentinel, Conclave Mentor, Battle Rattle Shaman, Light of Promise, and the rare for this pack is Ghostly Pilferer. Nice little Spirit Rogue. Whenever he becomes untapped, may pay 2. If you do, draw a card. Whenever an opponent casts a spell from anywhere other than their hand, draw a card. And discard a card. Ghostly Pilferer can't be blocked this turn. So nice little way to get in those little pokes of damage. Alright. Next pack we have a Gnarled Sage. We have a Daybreak Charger. Crash Through. Downside Pteranodon. Dowsing Pteranodon. Kills. Revitalize. Rookie Mistake. Fear the Bitten. Mind Rot. Mass Blackguard. Thrill of Possibility. Volcanic Geyser makes a reappearance. Epitaph Golem. Invigorating Surge. And we have another Solemn Simulacrum. I will take all these every day. Solemn Simulacrum is a personal favorite, and while it's not an auto include in every commander deck, it is definitely always a good contender to be in a commander deck. So we have Llanowar Visionary, the merging of Elven Visionary and Llanowar Elves. Swift Response. Bone Pit Brute. Opt. Makeshift Battalion. Dub. Lofty Denial. Deathbloom Thallid. Alchemist's Gift. Sky Scanner. Tavern Swindler. Griffin Airy. Heatfire Immobiler. And we have our third mythic of this box. And we got a nice desirable one too. We got the Diplomat, a legendary human cleric with lifelink. Whenever an opponent attacks creatures with creatures, if 2 or more of those creatures are attacking you or a planeswalker control, draw a card. And whenever an opponent casts their second spell, each turn draw a card. So that is a great little thing. We got another alternate art planes. Alright. I will then also announce to the owner of this building that the laptop's battery is running low.
Oh shit, I know that.
He has come to the rescue.
We have not turned on the surge protector.
Ranger's Guile. Turret Ogre. Sabertooth Mauler. A alternate frame Chandra's Magmut. Concordia Pegasus. Lofty Denial. Warded Battlements. Frost Breath for when you get a strip of that wintergreen. Village Rites. Truffle Snouts. We got the Alpine Houndmaster. That's actually a nice little fun card for all you cats and dogs fans out there. I know this set in particular was made for you. What is your favorite cat or doggo from this set? Do you want the Mythic, of course, for a commander deck? And then you can have the Menagerie deck or Animal Rescue. There's always a great amount of cats and hounds to put in that deck. And all hounds have been errataed by Wizards of the Coast to now be dogs. So any of those older cards do count. We also have a rare See the Truth. Now, See the Truth is a sorcery speed, 1 in a blue. Look at the top card of your library, put one of those cards, top 3 cards of your library, look at one of those cards, put one in your hand, and the rest onto the bottom of your library. In any order, if this spell was cast from anywhere other than your hand, put each of those cards in your hand instead. Ooh. That is interesting. I guess you can always do a Isochron Scepter and then just be drawing 3 cards every turn. That's actually a nice little fun way in Commander just to build up your hand and keep making sure that you press hard on the gas pedal. Alright, so we have Pride Molken, Skeleton Archer, Destructive Tampering, Gnarled Sage, Dub, Read the Tides, Infernal Scarring, Gloom Sower, Turn to Slag, Alchemist's Gift, Face Fetters, Havoc Jester, Fungal Rebirth, and the rare of this pack is Temple of Epiphany, so I have actually gotten about 3 of the temples so far. Ideally, they do have a place. You can use them in Commander, you can have a fun kitchen table deck. But they have been reprinted a few times, so at this point, if I don't have a place set of each of these in account already, I probably will by the end of this. Alright, but let's get back to the goodies. Well, there's still a chance. I've opened 3 Mythics, but there's always usually 3 to 5. So we still have a mild chance for Massacre Worm. I'm almost about 2/3 of the way through the box. So wish me luck, and if anything, I may open another box. So we have a Spellgorger Weird, Pride Molken, Finishing Blow, Hobble Fiend, Wishcoin Crab, Return to Nature, Celestial Enforcer, Colossal Dreadmaw, Rise Again, Prismite, Sage Striker, Falconer Adept, Kitesail Freebooter makes a nice little return. And the rare, this one's a pretty good one. It is Scavenging Ooze, a 1 in a green ooze that you may pay a green and exile target card from a graveyard, so it doesn't have to be yours. So if your opponent is doing some graveyard shenanigans, this is actually a good answer. You can exile a card from the graveyard. If it was a creature card, put a counter on the ooze, and you gain a life. So definitely some anti-graveyard shenanigans love there. And that is a most welcome card. I used to have one back when it was last reprinted way ago in a core set, I believe. Core 17, if I'm correct, but I'm probably wrong. And I even had the alternate art from when they still had Duels of the Planeswalkers on Steam, which they still do, but if you bought it and proved that you bought it and gave your code to a game store, much like the one that I am currently residing in, you actually got a little pack that gave you an alternate art card based on what platform you bought the game on. And I believe that for Steam on the PC, you got the Scavenging Ooze because I had 2 copies. And I believe for Xbox, you got, I believe, a Sliver. I can't recall what it was. I know it was white, and I believe gave Double Strike. Feel free in the comments to show your superiority and let me know what Sliver I'm talking about. And if I even got the right Duels of Planeswalkers. It could have been Duels 2016, or yeah, I could be completely wrong. Anyways, next pack. So we have a Swift Response, Burn Bright, Llanowar Visionary, Goblin Arsonist. Goblin Arsonist is one of the very first cards I got my hands on when I started playing in 2011 when I first went to community college, so right after high school in about August, September time. The nice little interesting facts that I always like to state is I wasn't even remotely into Magic until I was in the cafeteria at the community college buying a soda, and I saw a bunch of people playing with trading cards at the table. Now I thought they were playing Yu-Gi-Oh or Pokemon, but when I go, I see a card game I've actually never very faintly heard of, and I asked them what it was. Magic the Gathering. They asked if I wanted to play. I told them I didn't have a deck, and one kind person actually took out his bulk and some of his rares that he had, compiled something together, and gave me a very basic but a burn deck that was the genesis of what I consider now part of my bloodstream. And I have not looked back at all. It has been a glorious 9 years of me meeting so many people, from the professor from Timilarian Community College to the command zone, meeting Josh and Jimmy, and even some of the editors, as many of them have now become dear friends of mine. I, though understandably knowing the situation, was quite downtrodden that there wasn't going to be a GP Vegas or Magic Fest Vegas this year, because it's really the only time I get to meet Craig, Terry, and the rest of the command zone and so many other peoples from the Magic community very easily. Even though I'm also in California, they're quite busy, I'm quite busy, and that's like the only time, even though they're having to do things such as panels, meet and greets, and often now, based on last year, when GPs and Magic Fests kind of reinvigorate themselves after the issue eventually, hopefully, resolves, it's my one time to hang out with them and catch up and see how they're doing beyond me just messaging them every now and then. And I'm not really a Magic YouTuber like they are. This is the second time I've even been on such things. For me, I'm pretty much green compared to them when it comes to showcasing Magic rather than just playing it. I would love to actually one day get on a similar par with them. However, I'm also perfectly content just meeting them on messages and just being a good friend and supporting them, because they've done so much for the Magic community, as I hope that what meager thing I'm doing here by showing you the booster box that I'm opening, that you can hopefully either be attracted to or possibly inspire one of your friends to pick up the game that I love so much and show them why it is so awesome, with cards like Rewind and Palladium Meter and this really creepy carrion grub. Because the one reason that actually super attracted me to this game, besides friendship, is the art. So many artists that I have met at conventions and just in general, they pour their souls into this game when they make the art. They make such fantastical art to depict the scenarios and actions that are actually going down in these cards, and especially now that the story side unfortunately has been somewhat crippled since they don't post any stories online anymore. The cards are the way that the story is shown. It's the way that the story and the happenings, besides a few books that come out every now and then, telling you what's going on in this lore-filled universe that Wizards of the Coast picks to us. So I implore you, if you want to explore the lore aspect of this, go and find the various books, especially the older books from about 5 to 10 years ago. Those things were written spectacularly. You can really tell that the writers of those times knew what they were talking about when they wrote those books. And you can find a lot of them on Amazon, of course, digital copies. But if you're ever at a thrift store and you see a physical copy, don't feel any hesitation in buying the book. The books are great reads. Let's see here. Forgotten Sentinel, Duress, Teferi's Tutelage, Miscast, Hellkite Punisher, because dragons. And the rare of this is so far one of the most expensive cards I have seen mana cost wise, besides one of the Eldrazi Titans, and that is Volcanic Salvo, which is 10 colorless mana and 2 red for a sorcery, but it does cost X less to cast, where X is the total power of creatures you control. So if you have something that is like the Hellkite Punisher, which is a 6/6, this thing actually only costs still a lot, but not as much. So no Planeswalkers yet, and your boy still hasn't gotten his Massacre Worm. But we get more Bolton goodies. Primulkin. So now that I've kind of given you guys my at least Magic origin story, I have a little request from all of you online. I just want you to post your favorite Magic memory. The thing, it doesn't matter if it was the thing that got you into Magic, or whether it was one of those occasions, whether at GP, at a game store. What is the best Magic memory you have in this game? Because even though the situation around the world is not the greatest, doesn't mean we can't all be united amongst ourselves with our love of Magic, in addition to other hobbies that we all share. In this case, this pirate doesn't want to share his booty. Oh, we have another alternate frame card. In this case, it's Bosseri's Celerity. It is a 1 and a white for a sorcery where you put a counter on each creature you control. So it's sorcery speed, but that is actually a really, really nice little buff effect. And I finally got the green shrines, so I now have all of these shrines. This is Shrine of Fruitful Harvest. This one's a little mana generator. And the rare for this pack is Spark Hunter Manticore. So it is a 3 colorless artifact creature Manticore. Or, yeah, Manticore. Let's see here. And this, Masticore. Ooh. Goes to show that when you read the card, you know the card. It is an additional cost to casting it. You must discard a card. As protection from Planeswalkers, pay 1 to deal 1 damage to target Planeswalker. Pay 3, and it becomes indestructible till end turn as a 3/4. Nice little interesting card. Alright, we're almost done with this box. And Massacre Worm has still decided not to show himself to me, because it is one of the few Magic cards I've been wanting for some time. So I guess it decides it wants to be a little cheeky. So we have a Rousing Reed, Hollow Fiend, a Gorehorn, Return to Nature, Anointed Chorister, Lofty Denial, Silent Dart with a Sky Scanner, Walking Corpse, Colossal Dreadmaw, Experimental Overload-ish, Volcanic Geyser, Unleash Fury. This is actually for anyone who wants to do some nice tricks decks for Commander. This is a nasty little piece of work, because it is a 2-drop instant and it doubles the power of creature until end of turn. And the rare for this pack is Peer into the Abyss. So the only card that this can affect is Batman. And it is 4 colorless and 3 black for a sorcery. Target player draws cards equal to half the number of cards in their library and loses half their life. Round this number up each time. Wow. And this also, I'm not sure if this means anything, but this has a little excerpt from Braids, who was a interesting little figure in Magic's past. Has 2 different cards. One where she's sane, and then her actual timeline where she's insane, with one being black and one being blue. Alright, looks like we're getting close to the end of this race. Skeleton Archer, Burn Bright, Run Afoul, Alkalite, Anointed Chorister, Cancel, Radiant Fountain, Valorous Steed, Mistral Singer, Walking Corpse, Leafkin Avenger, Cultivate, nice little card, Tolarian Kraken, and the rare for this pack is a nice little rare indeed. You've probably, if you've watched this or stuff from the Command Zone or Tolarian Community College, this is the one half of the 2 creators, the other being Urza himself, who created Tolarian Academy. He is a 1 and 2 blue legendary human wizard, and when he enters the battlefield, return up to 1 other target creature or planeswalker to its owner's hand. At the beginning of your end step, if a permanent was put into your hand from the battlefield, draw a card. Alright, so we still have a few chances for Massacre Worm. I hope I snag it. Alright, so we have Teferi's Protege in the alternate framing. We have Shock. We have Snare Spinner. We have Legion's Judgment. We have Spine Megalodon. We have Defiant Strike. King Guildmaster. Titanic Growth. Crypt Lurker. Chrome Replicator. Another Sanctum of Fruitful Harvest. Gourmand. And ladies and gentlemen, we got probably, while not the most expensive card, we definitely got one of the choice cards of this set. Ladies and gentlemen, in my box, in my hand, now presented to you, we have Teferi, Master of Time. Now, he's the only Planeswalker in this set that has a static ability like those from War of the Spark. He is 2 colorless and 2 blue. You may activate loyalty abilities of Teferi, Master of Time at any player's turn, anytime you could cast an instant. The fact that his abilities are all instant speed is the part that makes this insane. He'd still be a perfectly fine Planeswalker otherwise. But the fact of the matter is the fact that this is every single turn, because it's anytime you can cast an instant. So you can play him, do his +1. His +1 being draw a card, then discard a card. But then you can do that on your opponent's turn. And then in Commander, you can do it on the next player's turn and the next player's turn. And by the time it reaches you, you've already used it 4 times, getting him from 3 to 7. And then another round can go by, and you can already ult him. And you don't even have to do his ultimate on your turn. It's any of his abilities get cast at the same speed as an instant. So you can do his -3. You can do his -10 to take 2 extra turns at instant speed. And in Commander, you don't have to do it after the player after you. You can wait till it's the player that offers the biggest threat against your board and simply just say, pause, I'm going to take some turns to commandeer and dismantle any plans that are coming your way. So this is Mythic number 4, and this is a most valued addition to my collection. I am super ecstatic that I got this card. And to anyone who's wanting more shenanigans, I recommend watching the episode of Command Zone where they speak of the Planeswalkers, because there is a lot of shenanigans that this dude can go in, and even by himself is quite the piece. Now, do I still want to get a Massacre Worm or possibly a Tutor? Yes, I will not deny that. But the fact that I don't have to actually buy this single is awesome. And let's hope that all of you get similar luck when you ask Endgame Comics for either a booster box or pre-release kit. We have Core 21, we have Ikora. So mystery boosters?
No, we're out.
Well, unfortunately out of mystery boosters.
Yeah, we are getting the masters, double masters.
But we are getting double masters. All the information is posted on our various social medias, Facebook, Instagram. So please call us, reach out to us, ask us for anything you need, whether it be from comics to Magic to a whole cornucopia of D&D. We got you covered. We will supply your demands. All you have to do is contact us, reach out, ask what we got, and we'll give you what you need. All right, let's continue with the second to last pack. So, I can't see the rare. All I see is the Saproling token. I'm going to go from the back, as I have been, because the first wave of boxes always go in backwards order. So we got another Acolyte in alternate frame. We have Pitchburn Devils. We have Run Afoul. We have Wishcoin Crab. Alpine Watchdog. We have Staunch Shieldmate. We have Opt. We have a Cage Zombie. We have a Mistral Sigurd. We have Rise Again. We have a Warden of the Woods. We have a Quirion Dryad. We have Eliminate. Apparently all the good cards were so heavy that they're all weighted towards the bottom. While this is not a mythic, this is one of the best value-wise rares, both playability and from an economic standpoint, but this is also a favorite. I'm perfectly happy to get another copy of this. We have Azusa Lost But Seeking, which is a great reprint. This is, I believe, the 3rd or 4th time it's been reprinted. Let me know how your superior magic knowledge, of course. But she is a 3-drop legendary human monk. You may play an additional 2 lands each turn. And from a limited standpoint, that's amazing, because even if you go 1st or 2nd, you then get a huge vault over your opponent. In Commander, this is amazing. Especially if you get this right at turn 3 and you're playing a Land Matters deck, such as Lord Windgrace or Omnath Locus of Rage. There's so many things that this card does such wonderful things in. But now we have reached the last pack. So I've pulled 4 mythics. There is still the mild chance that this cellophane wrap of Liliana can gift me the Massacre Worm, a Planeswalker, the Tutor. Let's open it and we will find out. And tell you guys what, I also asked for a kit. So, if everything pans out all well, might actually open my kit in front of here too. So we are going to put those to the side over there, and we're going to start from the bottom going up. We got a Bone Pit Brute. We have a Gorehorn. We have Grasp of Darkness. We have a Wall of Runes. We have Infernal Scarring. We have a Celestial Enforcer. We have a Library Larcenist. We have a Colossal Dreadmaw. We have a Deathbloom Thallid. We have a Arcanist. We have another Cultivate. And me being the commander player I am, will take every single Cultivate I can get my hands on. We got a Bolt Hound. We got the Falconer Adept. And while this isn't any of those cards, unfortunately we did not get to Mythic number 5. We got the Thieves Guild Enforcer. Let me just actually pan this into the camera. A 1-drop 1/1 with flash. Whenever the Thieves Guild Enforcer or another rogue enters the battlefield under your control, each opponent mills 2 cards. As long as an opponent has 8 or more cards in their graveyard, the Thieves Guild Enforcer gets +2/+1 and has Death Touch. That is it for the box, but let's do a quick little revamp on all the little goodies that I got from the box that I have obtained through the wonderful people at Endgame Comics. So we will start with, we got Devil Vision, Gadrak, Teferi's Ageless Insights, 9 Lives, Ruined Halo, Speaker of the Heavens, Temple of Triumph, Heroic Intervention, definitely happy for that one, Transmogrify, a Foil Temple of Malady, a Feline Sovereign, Shacklegeist Foil, a alternate bordered Teferi's Ageless Insight, a full art Solemn Simulacrum. Definitely one of my favorites. Sanctum of All, Demonic Embrace, Sublime Epiphany, Veto, Thorn of the Duskgroves, Hooded Blightfang, Sporeweb Weaver, Animal Sanctuary. The first mythic was the Elder Gargoth. Fiery Emancipation was immediately after. Primal Mites, Karavak the Spiteful, Ghostly Pilferer, Solemn Simulacrum, a regular one. Megara the Diplomat. See the Truth. Temple of Epiphany. Scavenging Ooze. Garrick's Harbinger. Volcanic Salvo. Spark Hunter Masticore. Peer into the Abyss. Baron, Talarian Archmage. The granddaddy of the Planeswalkers in this set, Teferi. Azusa. And then the Thieves Guild Enforcer. Alright, and then we shall quickly do a check to see if I got all of the alternate art basic lands. Now, while these, for the most part, have no special difference to everything else, they are still quite entertaining. I always like when Wizards does something unique with otherwise a very routine and repetitive thing where it's, yes, the art is always new and it most of the time is interesting. However, having little things like changing how the land looks, even aesthetically, is always quite the interesting thing. I always appreciated it when they did the full arts, when they did any of the alternate art. I loved when they started introducing that in Throne of Eldraine. In fact, another little goal I'll ask of you guys. I want you to tell me of your favorite alternate art version of a card, whether it's a basic land and it's just a specific, whether it's the full art original Zendikar lands, the Amonkhet's full arts of the any of the Masterpiece cards, such as Masterpiece Soul Ring, which is very sought after. Let me know, but I think I'll open that pre-release kit for y'all now. So I'm just going to peer behind the magic curtain behind me, and I'm going to fetch a couple products real quick. So as always, and as repetitively said already, we have pre-release kits, and more importantly, we have booster boxes of the glorious new set, which in my opinion, this is one of the best Commander sets. I mean, not Commander, my apologies. This is one of the best core sets that has been printed in some time. The sheer value of the reprints, the quality of some of the new cards play-wise is astounding. The fact of the matter is, if you were hesitant, I urge you to look at the card list for this set and please buy. And if you can, please buy here at Endgame Comics. We will supply all of your Magic needs with boxes of pre-release kits. We still have even iCore pre-release kits, so if you were unable to get your hands on them, please do not hesitate to call us, follow us, and simply ask us what Magic needs we can supply for you. And even though we are not physically opening the store for people to enter, we do have a drop-off station that we can give you your goods, and you can enjoy cracking your packs with friends and family as you all stay safe, stay healthy, stay protected. So, without any further ado, let's open this so that way the owner of the store can finally rest in peace.
I'm fine. I'm just checking on you. And get comics.
Yeah, unless you're in the parking lot. Okay.
Alright, so in this pre-release kit, The promotional card is Speaker of the Heavens. And then we have a few more packs to open. So we got 6 of these packs come in a pre-release kit. Cost $25. Comes with a spin down and the promotional card, which is a random mythic or rare from the set. All right. I am at this point just going to show what the rare is after quickly sorting all of the commons and uncommons. And if I find anything of note, you, the internet, will be the first to know. So the rare in this one is Maze Mind's Tome. Put a scry counter on Maze Mind's Tome and scry 1. And then pay 2, put a page counter on the tome, draw a card. And when you have 4 or more counters on it, exile it. If you do, you gain 4 life. Interesting little card. Next pack out of the pre-release kit is a Shacklegeist. We got a group score horn in the alternate framing. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I apparently picked the right one out of the few pre-release kits that were nearby me. And the reason I say that, as you will all soon see, as I continue to quickly sort all of these cards, is I am now the proud owner of a second Teferi. That's right, your buddy boy here, Coleman, has gotten 2 Teferis and also a foil Chandra's Incinerator, a 5 and a red 6/6 foil elemental. This spell costs X less, where X is the number of non-combat damage dealt to your opponents this turn. So if you are able to smack them with a burn spell that deals 3 damage, reduces 3 off the cost. He has Trample, and whenever a source you control deals non-combat damage, it deals that much damage to our creature or planeswalker that player controls. So definitely I picked the right kit. So if you want to see me open more stuff as Magic the Gathering continues to evolve and create amazing things for us to enjoy, leave a like, leave a comment, and let the people at Endgame Comics know that you want me here to stay. You want me to be the one that whenever it comes to opening products on this channel is the one that is cracking the packs. So we have a card that I have yet to get from the box, Jor-El Mulvoni Recluse, a legendary. In this case, it is a legendary for a colorless and a green. It's a human druid. Whenever you draw your second card each turn, you get to create a 2/2 cat creature token. And it also has a secondary ability. Pay 6 until end of turn. Creatures you control have power and toughness X, where X is the number of cards in your hand. Definitely a little interesting card. If anything, is a nice little add-on to the mythic cat and dog that are inseparable. Alright, let's see here. Sorting all this. Let's see if there's any more spiciness. We got another Maze Mines tome.
Coleman with his spiciness.
And this is the last pack of the kit and the near end of the show. So let's quickly go through all this bulk that you guys have seen quite often at this point. And I will see what the rare or mythic is. And we got Double Vision again and another Full Art Solemn Simulacrum. So definitely this was a really good pre-release kit.
Really?
And you guys could get your pre-release kit too from one of the fine owners of Endgame Comics. Just give us a buzz. Let us know on social media what you're after. We'll let you know if it can be yours. And then you can come here to the comic shop at our little drop-off point, pick up your goods, and have a great day. So besides that, please like, share, subscribe, follow us on our various social medias, and let us know what else you want me to possibly open in the near future. But with that, I wish you all guys a good weekend.
Is it off?
Good.